One day, the Buddha Shakyamuni was walking alone along the edge of the lotus pond of paradise. One day, the Buddha was strolling alone along the edge of the lotus pond of paradise. The lotus flowers in the pond were all as white as beads, and the golden stamens in the center of the lotus flowers emitted an indescribable and delightful fragrance. It must be morning in paradise. The Buddha stood at the edge of the pond and looked down through the lotus leaves that covered the surface of the water. The lotus pond of the paradise is located at the bottom of the hell, so through the crystal-like water. The scenery of the Sanzu River and the Needle Mountain can be clearly seen, just as if through a pair of peep showers. Then, at the bottom of the hell, I saw a man named Dada Kandata wriggling and squirming together with other sinners. This man, Kandata, was a big rascal who had done many evil things, such as killing people and setting fire to houses. But he had done one good thing. One day, as the man was passing through a deep forest, he saw a small spider crawling along the side of the road. Dada immediately raised his foot and tried to kill it. But the spider was too small to be killed. But then he thought to himself, no, it must be a small thing with a life of its own. And to take its life carelessly and recklessly is just plain sad. And so, he finally saved the spider without killing it. As the Buddha was looking at the hellish Yonago, he remembered that he had once saved a spider in the Dada. In recompense for having done such a good deed, he thought that he would rescue this man from hell if he could. Fortunately, when he looked over to the side, he saw a spider of paradise on a lotus leaf, the color of jade, with a beautiful silver thread. Gently taking the thread of the spider in his hand, the Buddha descended it straight down through the jade-colored lotus leaf to the bottom of the hell far below. This is the Dada Kandata, which was floating and sinking with other sinners in the pool of blood at the bottom of hell. Whenever you looked in either direction, it was pitch dark, and every once in a while, you would see something floating up out of the darkness, and it would be the glint of a needle from the dreaded Needle Mountain. The place is as quiet as a tomb, and the only sounds that can be heard are the faint sighs of sinners. People who have fallen into this place must be so exhausted by the torments of hell that they have lost the strength to even utter a cry. So, as might be expected, Dada was sobbing in a pool of blood and struggling, as if he were a frog on the verge of death.